Come on, Maisie.
Hop on in. This is Ty's Minute Down Memory Lane.
In association with the Right Eye Productions broadcast.
Ty at Night.
Coming in loud and clear from Australia.
You give me hope.
Hey, from Seattle.
Loud and clear from New York.
We enjoy every show.
Loud and clear from Montana.
You're an inspiration.
Ty at Night.
We love us some Ty at Night here in the UK.
This is Ty at Night.
Yeah, baby.
Hello. What's happening?
Yes, I was in a plume of smoke there, man. I'm sorry, man.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Leah's spot on, man. She gets us. Marcos, what are you smoking over there? I see the red label. I have a feeling what it is, but what are you hitting tonight?
Romeo y Julieta.
For those of you playing the at-home game, Marcos just said he's smoking a Romeo and Julieta cigar.
Yeah,
1895 Reserva Real, I'm sure.
I love it.
And by the way, you can fact check me, Jack. That is going to be a 90 rating according to cigar.com.
Yes.
Ty at Night is on the air.
Did you ever go to the prom? Marcos, did you go to the prom?
Yeah.
So you wore a tux, you got the limo and the whole thing?
I wore a tux, we took a limo.
Yeah, I never went to my high school prom. In fact, I kind of consider me getting shafted, to be honest with you. I'll tell you about that. I did, however, go to my junior high prom. Now, back then, they called it junior high. I think today they call it middle school. Back then, when I was going to junior high, my buddies, the guy buddies, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, hell, they had more hair than Chewbacca. Some of the girls looked better than the women on the scrambled TV version of the Playboy channel. I paid for everything that night. Dinner, the limo, her corsage, the moment, the memories. Hell, I couldn't get a single kiss on the cheek. Didn't even give me a handshake. I had to go home shaking my own hand.
Ty at Night.
1990. Sometimes it's only in retrospect that we can appreciate what once was. According to online research, in the early 1990s, sporting prom tuxes, well, that was a big deal. With an eye-catching bow tie, arriving to the said prom in a limo with an extra rear axle. Things like pagers, landline communications, VHS tapes, and video rental stores such as Blockbuster Videos, well, those were quickly fading in the early 1990s. Again, sometimes it's only in retrospect that we can appreciate what once was. The song Hold On by Wilson Phillips was the #1 hit song of the year. That, according to the Billboard Hot 100 in 1990, by the way, it was the band's first #1 single, and despite only spending 1 week in the #1 spot, Billboard still named it the top song of the entire year. Life in 1990 was also marked by the end of the Cold War, the rise of the internet, and the popularity of grunge and hip-hop music. The internet was still in its early stages, and people relied on landlines for communication. And movie rental shops were common, and that is how people spent their nights and weekends. Fashion trends? How about Levi's 501 jeans, silk shirts, and Kango hats and jumpers? Yeah, all in 1990 and the early 90s. It was also the year I was denied a hand of the nameless girl I'd hoped to walk through the doors of my high school prom with. Yeah, that sure didn't work out.
I can't rely on you now.
A cute, curly, sandy, blonde-haired girl with a smile as wide as Texas. She was a flag girl in the marching band. I wanted to ask her to the prom. I was very interested. It was something I felt I needed to do for me, for her, for us. At least, I I thought. Yeah, I was a simple, shy guy in high school. I was a talented, yet quiet guy. So get this, 2 weeks prior to prom, one morning in the band hall there, just before class, I got up the courage and I asked her. Despite her sitting in the presence of her 2 other friends, I grabbed onto my heartstrings and summoned Cupid for a bit of help. And I asked her, would you go to the prom with me? And she said no. No. Her answer was, I'm not going to the prom, she said. I just want to stay home. It's for the best. You see, apparently, this particular girl had just broken up with a boyfriend about a month before, but I'm still thinking, okay, well, why not go to the prom? We should go to the prom. She again said no. The look on her friends' faces of her denial of me, well, at that moment, was something that was very hard to accept. The prom came on Saturday and it went. The following Monday, several people came up to me, pointing, laughing, and even with a bit of whispers. A couple of my friends finally admitting that the girl who told me no to the prom when I had asked her had actually gone to the prom with, guess who? Yes, her ex-boyfriend. The kind of dish you would expect from high school kids. I kind of got made fun of. Yeah, pointed at. I was the fool, to be honest, and, well, I haven't talked to that girl since. And in fact, honestly, wouldn't even know what she looked like if she was sitting in the studio next to me tonight. Some 35 years later. Well, that's fine by me. As we wrap up, I was hoping it would be 2 peas in a pod. And with that metaphor, you know what? Recently, I took a photo just the other night. A photo that many may have ignored. Many didn't even realize was available. Many didn't see. It was a photo of the moon. It was the moon and the North Star. The moon and the North Star were the closest in proximity. In fact, the first time in my entire life. Something you may only see one time in your life. And you know what? I took that photo just like I did on the other episode of Maddie and the Moon. If you haven't listened to it, have a listen. You'll get what I'm saying. But on this night, I stood there in the moment. I thanked God for allowing me, even with my vision, to capture this particular memory. I was able to see it. The moon and the North Star connected together, side by side, like 2 people that should live life. So my prom days may have been screwed up way back when, 35 years ago. My Valentine's Day may still be screwed up today, but you know what? I'm still here, and you're there, whoever you are. So I may not have had the best luck with relationships, but I'm learning this. There are 2 moments in life, those that you miss and those that you seize. Push through the challenges until you succeed, because in reality, life starts with yourself. I thank you for listening to this show, and I hope you will continue listening to this show. I wish you well.
Tie at Night.
Everybody wants to be with somebody else. In reality, life starts with yourself.
This has been another edition of Tie at Night, in association with the Right Eye Productions broadcast.